What's going on out there, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Caveman Mods. Today, actually it's nighttime. This is the same day I was supposed to take that load to Houston, and yeah, that didn't happen. So, I've been out here tinkering with this truck over here. Actually, I had a little bit of a fuel leak coming out of my tank on the other side, you know, that side. A little plug on the bottom of the tank. It had a little bit of a leak for some reason. We just put these tanks on not too long ago, so they're newer tanks. Don't look like it. They're dirty as crap, but I say we, I don't know why. What I did was I actually transferred all the fuel, shut both sides off, transferred all the fuel out of that tank to these tanks in this truck because they were about half empty. It's a 150 gallon tank. Those are 130 gallon tanks, so I got the biggest majority of them out. This was actually dang near full. Pulled those out and put some that's some Teflon. It doesn't get eaten up by fuel. It's some gray stuff. I don't remember exactly what it's called. I already got it put up, but it's some good Teflon, and it works pretty well. So I got that all transferred back over into this truck now, and yeah, I use these little cheap Harbor Freight. I use a lot of Harbor Freight stuff, man, because I ain't got the money to just go buy Mac tools and Snap-on and whatnot. But so anyways, I transferred it from there back to this one using those Harbor Freight pumps. Ended up burning up two of them. So yeah, they're not made for fuel, they're actually made for water. It's just a transfer pump, but whatever. It's like $60 a pump. It is what it is. But yeah, you see that little leak right there on the ground? Yeah, I'm sitting for the 2 days that I was at LS Fest, and a half a day prior to that, to Friday. So yeah, I mean, it's not a whole lot, but EPL tear you a new one for that. So I got to get that cleaned up. Anyways, so yeah, that's why I went ahead and got that straightened out. Mainly, this video right here is actually going to be about how to make spark plug wires. And yeah, y'all probably know how to do it, but I figure why not? I'll make a video about it. So if you guys do me a favor, like, subscribe, comment, share, all that. Get into it. I don't know why, but my phone just said I had a maximum recording time. That's weird. So yeah, we're gonna get into that. So I'll get you flipped around here. What we're working with here is the 10.4 millimeter 409 series high performance pro race wires from Taylor Wire. Did it again. I guess I'm out of storage on my SD card, but that's what that was. So anyways, that's what I already had on here. I'm gonna replace this wire and the coil wire. I already got this cap took off, so it's just 2 screws, pull it straight up. And yeah, I'm gonna replace the coil wire going from here to there, here, looking through my phone. But yeah, so we're gonna replace that really quick, and I figured why not make a video, because I don't know if there's a whole lot of videos on YouTube. I didn't even check and see, but just in case there's not, I'll show you how to make a set real quick. And we're only going to make 2, so we're just going to make the one for the coil, and then we'll make the other one real fast, and I'll show you guys what we're working with here. So these are the wires, the set. Pretty blue wires. They're beautiful. Looks like these ones are brand new, except these ones are a little dusty since they've been in the car, but I gotta get them all out of here. Find which one is my coil wire here. Oh, there it is. It's sitting at the bottom. Perfect. Guys, I'm clumsy, and yeah, I got stuff sitting everywhere because I'm not the best at putting stuff back, as you guys can tell. My garage always looks like a mess, man. I'm working on it, but yeah, so now I've got heat shrink tubes all over the place. So I'm gonna get this cleaned up really fast, and then we'll get back to this really quick. Back again. Another thing I forgot to tell you guys, I don't have the crimping tool to actually make these the right way. So my objective is to show you guys how to make these and make them work correctly without the crimping tool. And you can make them. They're simple. You don't have to go spend that money for a crimp tool. You don't have to really crimp them. You're not pulling on them that much. And you guys understand what I'm saying. When you pull a spark plug here, when you pull a spark plug wire out, generally, if you can get your hand down and grab it, what I do is I like to put my finger here and rock it to pull it out. I don't just grab the wire and pull, because that's where you end up with problems. So if that's what you guys do, then that's how you end up pulling the spark plug out of the end of the socket, or the wire out of the end of the socket, and that's where you really end up with problems. So when you pull your spark plugs off, if you can, try to make sure you grab the actual piece right here. Well, this is what goes up on the coil, but same difference. You know, you guys want to grab it, try to grab it right in this area and pull this way, straight out. Don't pull at an angle, don't, just pull it straight out the best you can. So yeah, I'm going to try to get, I'm recording this on my phone. I don't have my camera with me. It's in the house and I didn't feel like going to get it. So this is going to be a short video. Probably not even going to sit here and show you guys doing all 4 of these, because you really only need to see 1 of them. And it's the same process through 4 of them. Although actually, I only had to do one side of one of these wires and both sides of this coil wire here, which actually is a little longer than we need it to be. So probably actually going to cut this down. I don't want it too long. Well, no. I'm actually going to leave it like that because I'm going to run it this way. Run it around that way, and we'll figure it out here in a minute, guys. But yeah, I'll get to it here in just a second and get you flipped back around when I get ready here. Actually, yeah, let me do that. Let me get all this hardware out of the bag, and then once I get it out, these are all the boots. These are all the, that's contact grease, or not contact grease, but lithium grease. Not white lithium grease, just lithium grease. That's what you're supposed to use whenever you're running coils or any kind of, putting it in your spark plug. It helps your spark plugs come off a lot easier. So let me get this stuff all unpackaged, then I'll get back to you. So on the coil side of things, you're going to need this boot. This is the one that goes up here, and it'll fit through these little holes on the top of my cap. Of course, it depends on your setup as well. So I have a multitude of different ones here. And I did have the instructions out because this is a set that has heat shrink, and it's the first set I've ever seen with heat shrink. And I'm believing that this one was actually probably supposed to be for the coil initially, but it's not going to work for our setup because you put that on and that's just going to be in the way. So, and it's not going to look right. The other boot's going to do just the same. It's just probably not set up for this one. So we're going to use this boot here. Sorry, this boot here. This little small one, I have a bunch of these, and it looks like they just kind of threw whatever in here, but I got one of these ones in this packet, and then all the rest of them, like that one, are in this packet. So it's just a mix of stuff, man. They just toss whatever in here, but I got enough to do what I need to do. This kit was only bought for spare wires for those, the coil wire and that black one. So what you want to do, and we'll do one end first. And you want these to be, I prefer them to where the wire, the wire is sitting where all this writing is facing up. I think it looks better, but that's your preference. That's just mine. So what you want to do here, and I'm doing this with one hand now, but basically this little wire right here, it's the electrode. You want this to be folded back, not necessarily really tight. You got kind of a little loop in there. You don't really need to go any tighter than that. But that's going to come back that way, and that's going to sit right inside this pocket right here. Well, harder to do with one hand than it looks like. See if I can set that up right there. Boom. That'll work. So you want to fold this back this way, slide that on until it gets up right there to that. Sorry about that. Focus. So it gets right there to that spot where it starts to dip in. I don't know how good you can see that, but yeah, it's still not super tight, but that's the way it's supposed to be right there. What I like to do, first find a spot that I can set the camera so you guys can see what I'm doing here, but give me 1 second. Let me get this camera put up and I'll get it flipped around where y'all can see exactly what I'm doing, because this ain't working. Alright, so like I said, I like to try to make sure it's indexed the way I like it. So I just put my wire, fold it over. You know this side's going to be the top. That side, the flat side, or the top of this clip is going to be top. So put it that way, kind of hold it there with your finger, make sure it's nice and tight. You got a good little loop there. Slide it back till you get to that spot I was saying, and from there, actually, just grab some regular pliers and start it. Not really tightening it at this point. Just trying to get it started. You don't squeeze the crap out of the pliers, guys, because this is not what we're going to really use to crimp this. But just little by little work it around. Till you get it to where your pliers are dang near set up the way, or dang near bottomed out. And I mean, you got it wrapped around there. Oh, there we go. Got it wrapped around there pretty good. What we're going to do at that point, granted, I'll tell you, I've never done this with such a big set of wires either, but, and I didn't get it indexed perfect, but whatever, man, I'm close enough. So these are cheap, they're crap, but they got this hole right there. That's kind of what you're looking for. You want that hole right there. There's 2 indentions on these, and as you squeeze these, you put one in one indentation and squeeze them pretty good. I like to go back and forth with it because in my mind it just gets it tighter. The tighter the better. Well, my dad always told me you don't want to break the case on the wire. The whole objective is to just get it on there nice and snug. Don't break the case. And I believe that's probably why they got this heat shrink tube right here, just in case you do, but I still prefer not to. And again guys, I mean, this isn't 100% the correct way to do it, but I mean, it works for me. It's not the best, but it does its thing. So little by little, slow and steady wins the race, I guess they say, but we're just going to keep on plugging away at it until we get it close to where we need it. And it starts to get a little bit out of whack. Bring it back in with this. What? Hold on guys. Well, my wife will try and talk to me, but at the end of the day, that's about what it should look like. You know, you guys can see it's got a good grip on there. Hadn't broke focus there. Ain't broke the case or anything. I do have a little bit of a gap right there, which I don't really like. But again, you got 10.4 millimeter spark plug wires. These are pretty big. So, but I think that's going to be good enough. I mean, it's on there. It's not moving. So that's basically how you do it, guys. It doesn't have to be perfect, and you don't have to go out and get one of those crimp tools. Again, we're going to put this heat shrink tube on here just to help ensure that we're there. And when you do that, when I do that, I like to kind of go over the edge just a little bit so it kind of just bites on it just a little. But I'm going to get this heated up and shrunk on there and put the boot on, and from there we're good. We're golden. So I'll get that done, get right back to you. Well, can't find my heat shrink gun, which that's not a big deal. I mean, it's, like I said, I'm going to make this a short video anyway, so we'll throw a little bit of heat on there from the lighter, and from there, to make life a little easier, we're going to put a little bit of oil on this real fast so we can slide that boot on. And not a lot, I mean, just, and that grease actually that come in this would probably work, but we're going to put that in here. So you know what, I'm just going to use that, whatever. That'll work just the same. So we'll just toss a little bit of this on there. You don't need a lot, guys. A lot of people put that down in the boot as well. Keeps it from sticking to the plug. I know you guys took some plugs off before, and that boot's stuck on there, man. It'll dang sure get stuck. This is the hardest part, because these boots don't fit right. I would say they sent me the wrong ones, but I know they didn't, because they fit nice and snug. The hardest part is getting it started, but once you do, it slips right in. It's a bum. Work with it a little bit. Yeah, it didn't take too long, but it's not all the way in there either. But getting it started is the hardest part, and we're about halfway in. We're about to here already. I keep forgetting which side my camera's on. We're almost there. We're down to about here now. Whew. I can see it. See it coming through. I don't know if you guys can. Down here. Yeah, you probably can't see it down in there. It's right there. It's about to bust through. It would probably work a lot better if I would have had the crimp tool to do it the right way, but it does work, guys. I promise you. It's the whole objective of this is you want it watertight as possible. I mean, we're right there, almost right at the very end. I mean, just got to get that little lump right there. I don't know if you can see it. That little lump needs to go past that up in this little pocket up there. Yeah, maybe I should title this video how to make spark plug wires the wrong way. But it works. Good Lord. Alright, I don't know if you can see down in there. Yeah, probably not. You can see it. I know you can see it. It's, man, we're just a hair off. Yeah, that's a pain in the butt. Never worked with such big spark plug wires. That's what she said, by the way. There we go, scratch the paint. Shouldn't be working without my fender cover on over here. Got pliers sitting on the fender. Good thing this car is going to need to be repainted one day. Oh man, that's about it. We're about there. Use the car. Just push against it. Jam her in there. Give her all she got. Knuckles are popping. Maybe the other ones are breaking. They're getting brittle. All right. I think we're in there. Because it ain't going any further. Yeah. That's it, guys. That's all the way in. All right. Oh yeah. We got it. We got her. Whew, now I gotta make another one. Figure out how I'm gonna run this, and there ain't no point in you guys sitting there watching me do that again. So, needless to say, yeah, I still got that little lump right there. That's where the wire and everything's starting. I'm gonna try to push on it just a little bit more, guys, but I mean, we're we're there. It ain't going any further, but we'll try just a little bit more. But yeah, that's the wrong way to make spark plug wires. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And we'll just screw some more stuff up together in this. So, y'all have a good one. See you on the next one.